I have been fully compliant with your questioning. Threats are not required.
With everything you've done, you're lucky I'm only threatening you right now.
Please, this argument is getting us nowhere.
Initiate, you've come at the right time. We've been talking to Dr. Blackburn.
This smug monster is practically bragging about torture and unleashing horrors on the world. And Romani is treating him with kid gloves.
I am not bragging. What I have done was necessary. I take no pride in those terrible acts. I will have to live with it. That weight does not, however, diminish that the ends were worth the means. You will learn that soon enough. My colleagues will see that our creation, a vast improvement on the FEV, is distributed shortly.
Do you see the arrogance, the self-justification? We should end him and be done with it. And what jury wouldn't find this man guilty? You saw what he did with your own eyes.
Preventing Dr. Blackburn's associates from taking this horror any further must be our priority. And we may need the doctor to convince them.
My colleagues have a facility better suited to final testing and mass production of the virus. As we speak, they are preparing for its release into the air and water of Appalachia. Once dispersed, it will enter the precipitation cycle in groundwater, and then it cannot be stopped.
No! It could spread for hundreds, maybe thousands of miles!
That is your goal, not mine. But no minor delay on my part will change what is to come. Perhaps my cooperation will allow us to make a case for the good we are about to do.
Impossible. We could never support something so...
My colleagues have a laboratory hidden beneath the headquarters of my former employer, West Tech. We intend to correct the FEV's mistakes at their birthplace. Poetically appropriate, would you not agree?
Yes. If the doctor's associates are preparing to distribute the virus, we have to put our emotions aside here and get to them before they can. Blackburn's punishment, whatever its form, can wait until Appalachia is... Head to West Tech. Find and secure the entrance to this lab, and we'll follow...
I don't like this, Romani. We should be... This is just like what Elder Maxim faced at Mariposa. Or have you forgotten?
Elder Maxon came to regret acting rashly there. Or have you forgotten?
If they've already begun producing the virus, blowing up the place could just help spread it. We'll need to be a bit more delicate.
Very well. If Blackburn is coming with us, I will be watching him. Perhaps he can...
If I can prevent further loss of life, I will.
Then it's decided. Initiate, head for...
So small, so weak. going to be a good fight. Who's there? Smash! Wish Buckethead would show up. I'd rip his legs clean off. Buckethead would show up. I'd rip his legs clean off.
Hellcats ain't nothing like those pansy-ass settlers. Think I'll buy a new gun with my next cut.
Firefight in a while. I'm getting antsy.
Those Crater Raiders are shit. They're just a The merc life is the good. I heard something.
Enough, Shin. Let's catch up with our vanguard.
Do you need something?
Everything under control, Initiate.
The Hellcats were likely here to protect Blackburn's associates from the Super...
Should we expect any further resistance?
I am not aware of the details of the defensive measures my colleagues may have taken. I would not, however, expect them to tolerate trespassers.
We should keep moving.
As you wish. I am your prisoner, after all. I have little choice. Certainly.
Let's move out. Eyes open.
Edgar, who are these people? What happened to the guards?
The guards are dead, Dr. Farha. This is the Brotherhood of Steel. I have been their guest since they discovered our project. Regrettably, they object to what we are doing.
We will not be intimidated. This facility is secured. You can't get to us. We will finish our work. This isn't the Huntersville strain. Dr. Blackburn has purified the virus of its considerable defects.
We've made something wonderful out of something horrible. We're helping people this time. Well, no, not as such.
Of course we have. Experimentation has identified the key flaws in the original strain. Iterative testing has pinpointed the defective genetic sequences, and we've corrected them in each case.
We've run the simulations. All three of us triple-checked the models and...
We're confident in the... You know what they say? Human testing is the best testing. A large-scale release will provide a representative sample. Science needs vision, like Dr. Blackburn's, like ours. Let's not let testing hold us back.
Of course not. What West Tech, they didn't care who they hurt. And they did it just to see what happened. We're trying to help people. This will make people safe again.
Dr. Jane is enthusiastic, but we're advancing science itself. No offense to Dr. Jane, but West Tech wasn't doing science. They were only burning ants with a magnifying glass by comparison.
Huh. Well...
Don't be such a pushover, Janie. No! Wait. I've also...
I can see you're troubled. You know what you're doing isn't right. Let's talk through this. We can come to an agreement.
I want to avoid violence. But that's always on the table, as long as you hold Dr. Blackburn hostage. Let him go. Please, let him go.
I am afraid you will have to give in on this one, if you truly want to stop our distribution process. Allow me to explain. My colleagues could not stop production if they tried. It requires a code. I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
Is this true?
Edgar.
You will have to forgive Dr. Farha. She did not know. I added this functionality to our distribution program, as insurance, you might say.
Boy, that's handy, huh?
So there you have it. I am willing to help you in exchange for sparing my colleagues' lives, but you will have to let me in there with them. Perhaps in the end, I do not... I assure you, I have only a peaceful resolution.
We cannot seriously be considering this.
I don't like it either. But what other option do we have? If we do nothing, the outcome will be just as catastrophic.
Dr. Farha, please permit me inside. I am certain we can negotiate a peaceful resolution and perhaps preserve our work at the same time.
All right. I'm registering you for the security grid. Just you.
With your leave?
Don't make this worse.
This is a mistake.
Now that that is over with, Nellie, prep the test chamber. They want proof of our success. I will give...
Edgar, wait!
Only partially. A code is required. My helping you is not. It is only natural that I use wit to resolve such a situation in my favor. If your life was on the line, you would have done the same.
Edgar, please. Let's talk about this.
You've signed your death warrant, Blackburn.
I will test the sample on myself and be proof of our achievement. Anything you do to me after does not matter. I'm going in. Ready the tag.
We should have executed him when we...
Now is not the time. We've got to find a way in quickly. There's no...
FEV flow ready, Doctor.
Initiate procedure. Code section.
Initiating.
Please. All of you, this isn't right!
What's this? No. What's happening? This can't be. The figures were correct.
I will fix this. But first, you die. Now. You look very tasty now. You cannot defeat me. You forced my hand too soon. victory, Green. I will kill you. Thunder of fire.
Edgar, I should have known. I did know. We weren't ready. I owe you an apology. Our work was a failure. Any good it might have done was a mirage. I knew it in my heart, but didn't listen. As a token of goodwill, I have used Edgar's code to stop production. We will not distribute the virus. I will make sure of that. But I will not simply let you in. There may be little I can do to stop you, but I will defend my colleagues in what little way I can. I must admit that I am powerless before you. If our cooperation can sway you to avoid more violence, then I will let you through. The way is open. We await your judgment.
Do you really think they've stopped production? The whole song may sound like a trap.
We can verify that once the area is secure and described by them to double check. Until then,
You've arrived. Please, hear me out. We are scientists. Our work is all we have to give to this broken world. We truly hope to give humanity a better way to fight back. Against the radiation, the mutants, the decay of civilization. We failed. But this doesn't have to be the end. There is so much good that we can still do, please. Spare us your wrath.
Why does it sound like you're giving up? We weren't that far off, just a tweak here or there.
If I may interrupt, I agree with everything Dr. Farha has to say. Despite how it looks, we are not evil people. We wish only to better humankind. Knowing that, what are your intentions with us?
Well put. The Brotherhood exists to keep humanity safe. And your work endangered everyone in Appalachia. If that failed virus had gotten out, countless people could have died.
wait, Shin. It's clear that we can't just let them go. But their knowledge could be valuable to the Brotherhood and the people of Appalachia. Blackburn was the ringleader, but he's gone. We know nothing about the others, and of all people, you and I shouldn't fault anyone for trying to make a difference.
I can. And I will.
Is this still about back then? You can't forgive yourself for your own mistakes, so you refuse to forgive others too. When will you put that behind you?
This has nothing to do with that. There will be no more experiments. And they're too dangerous to keep prisoner.
Wait, you're really going to kill us?
Hold on. We're not killing anybody. We will bring them back to Fort Atlas and have Scribe Valdez monitor their work.
Have you lost your mind?
Think about it. This is exactly why the Brotherhood exists. To safeguard technology. I hate to admit it, but the Elders are right on this. We can't let them go, but we can't destroy what knowledge they have either.
A wise compromise. I'm willing to cooperate. You, the angry one. Consider the fact that universities are no longer operating. In a generation or two, there will be few, if any, people left in the world with a formal education.
How many dozens have you killed? Do you really think your life is worth more than theirs because of your education? We don't need your knowledge if you're deranged enough to resort to human experimentation.
Please, stop this. Let us stop for a moment and talk to each other. There's still much that we haven't told you about our work. And we know little about your Brotherhood. Perhaps we can find out more where our perspectives overlap.
Yes. Maybe some discussion will cool Shin's head. I have no desire for this to come to blows.
Very well. You haven't said anything yet. Surely you have an opinion on this matter.
Scribe Valdez was appalled to find out that people were being turned into super mutants. You'd really like to burden her with supervising the sociopaths who were behind it?
Don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. As Dr. Jane said, there is more to our story, if you'd be willing to hear it. Let's pause and open the floor for conversation, shall we?
Make it quick, Initiate. Shouldn't take long to see through their lies.
What questions do you have for me? It went too far. And quite frank, by the time I figured out that Dr. Blackburn was experimenting on humans, I was unable to convince them to pull back. I stayed in the hope. There was no one interested in listening. I had to talk your superiors down first. The Brotherhood are a passionate sort. Aren't they? We could focus the idea of human evolution into a more targeted formula. Say, a formula to increase muscle bulk, or to repel radiation. In fact, I hear serums of that sort may already be circulating among the survivors of the region. I'd like to study what they have created and improve upon it. I'm responsible for the actions of my associates. I ask that you have...
I heard when the Brotherhood breaks down your door, they say, "Add victory. Hand over your arms." Is that true? Oh, wow. That's scary. I don't have any arms. Well, unless you mean human arms, because I've got 2 of those, but they're mine. I can't have them. Wrong. It's all wrong. We ran the models, but the models were wrong. I know exactly where to change the ratios to make this work. We just need one more chance. Don't run from science. Let us do it. What about them? Is that any worse than being human? As Dr. Jane says, all life is sacred. You'd probably gun them down regardless. Oh, are you a licensed medical professional? Even if you are, it's pretty rude. To improve the human race. If I was... Okay, I guess. Wrong.
What questions do you have for me? Or has your... Dr. Blackburn and Dr. Jane were my college associates. They didn't know each other at the time. I met Nellie when she broke through my window to search for scraps, as wasteland survivors do. She was more interested in my research notes than my leftovers, so I took her in, taught her what I know. And what has your organization decided? By all means.
I urge you to reconsider. I never intended to hurt anyone. Dr. Blackburn was... Please understand. And everything we did was for the greater good. Dr. Farha may disagree, but we can implement new safety measures. Animal... They are good people. Dr. Farha is quite strict, but it's because she cares. About Nellie particularly. The girl is unorthodox, but you can't fault her. And about Dr. Blackburn. Please don't...
We need to come to an agreement. The scientists are to return to Fort Atlas with us and work alongside Scribe Valdez on a new project that we all agree upon. These are smart people. They just need to be pointed in the right direction. Their methods were cruel and wrong. What matters is what they do from... Then we must stand up for what we believe. We will not allow Shin to create a hateful... This is human life we're talking about. Haven't enough died. I'm glad to hear you say that. Once he realizes his authority isn't respected, this chapter of the Brotherhood will become...
Those who commit crimes against humanity, it wouldn't be right to let them run free. The Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia, and of the world. I don't see what other option there is. As I stated before, so we either ignore the danger, or eradicate it. Whether I'm being dogmatic or not is irrelevant. My goal is to find a solution to a threat, and I don't see you offering any other suggestions. It hasn't been a matter of if for some time now, only a matter of when. I'm fully prepared to uphold the integrity of the Brotherhood in whatever way Romani makes necessary. That is...
How long do you intend to sweep it under the rug like nothing happened?
Maybe so. But this is neither the time nor the place for this discussion.
Shin, you owe it to yourself to admit that you made a mistake. Stop crumbling under the guilt and just accept it.
For those I failed then, the raiders on the expedition route, Romani decided we would stay and fight them. But giving the order to this, it was my idea. The rocket launchers, the ones we found at the crater, we had secured those weapons from a military facility with the intent of keeping them, but there was a town being attacked by raiders. I thought that equipping the townspeople would give them a better chance. It didn't work. The town was taken. It's my fault that happened. I vowed to never make a mistake like that again. I can't let the past keep repeating itself. There's nothing to get over. I acknowledge that I've made poor decisions. You have to see that keeping these criminals alive would be misguided. The outcome is more important. Some things are a lost cause. Some chances are too dangerous to take. Then I hope you'll also take away the same lesson that This is bigger than all of us.
And what has your organization decided? That's a relief.
So that's it then. You and Romani would repeat the mistakes of the past and use these criminals to build more weapons of destruction. To send the world further down the path of chaos for your own gain. All while wearing the Brotherhood insignia on your chest.
The Brotherhood's mission has always been to use the power of science to guide us to a better world. Rather than murder great minds, we will shape them into people who will serve that mission. And we will do it without barbarians like you.
On that point, we agree. I refuse to serve an illegitimate branch of a prince. The elders need to know about our failures. All of them. It will be my honor to give that. I'm the only one with any sense of duty around here. It's a shame that I couldn't bring you around to seeing its value.
It's easy to follow an arbitrary set of rules, Shin. I'd rather make my own decisions and learn from them if I have to.
We are grateful. The work we do next could still change the world.
You go on ahead. I'll bring the scientists back to Fort Atlas, then we can discuss everything that's happened. Friends, initiates, faces new and old. It's good to see you today. I am proud to announce that the mutant threat has been cornered and removed. But it came with an unfortunate consequence. I'm sure you all know that relations between Shin and I have been strained for some time now. I'm afraid my leaving out his title is no mistake. Shin and his followers have decided to part ways with the Appalachian Brotherhood. I had every wish to work together with Shin on my mission, and still do. But he is no longer open to discussion. His loyalty to the Elders is unshakable. He would rescind his oath before besmirching the Brotherhood's name. Should he ever open his mind, I will be ready to listen. One more announcement to make. I'd like to recognize a particular initiate's exceptional contributions to our chapter. In most cases, this recognition would take the form of a standard rank increase. However, Being a knight is a dedicated responsibility, and it's become quite clear to me that this initiate has obligations beyond just the Brotherhood of Steel. I won't take you away from Appalachia. As such, I'm granting you the unique title of Knight Errant. Why don't you come stand between Scribe Valdez and I, so I may officially confer your title? For exceptional contributions to the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, I hereby name you Knight Errant. You may split your time with the Brotherhood as you see fit. We are forever grateful for what you've done for us. Now everyone, feel free to take a short break before your next assignment. You've earned it.
Oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? Who's gonna handle everything? Who's gonna lead the... Okay, I think I'm alright. I don't do well with really big... I think...
Did that really just happen? I knew things between the higher-ups were shaky, but I didn't think one of them would actually... Especially Knight Shin. I mean, well, I guess things are going to change a bit around here. Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. Whatever reorganization we need to do, I'm sure it'll shake out into something even better than what we've got right now. Paladin Romani is the leader I want to follow. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it.
We owe this victory to you,
So,
Knight Errant.
Knight Shin is gone. I wanted to be optimistic about their conflict, right up until the end. But the more I think about it, the more I feel like maybe this was inevitable. If only there was more I could have done. Well, both of them would die for their beliefs. At least this way they can pursue those beliefs separately, rather than killing each other over them. Well, that's going a bit far, isn't it? But it's a very nice thing to say. I'm going to keep doing my job. There's still a lot more I'd like to see out there, but right now... things are gonna get a lot looser around here. Paladin, she's going to focus on recruitment. Don't mention it. As the... Until next time.
Knight Errant, it's been an honor.
So, Knight Errant, how does your new title feel? Flouting decorum, are we? You're lucky I'm into that. And yes, I have noticed you. Know what Now, we can start. Our focus has to be... This is a new dawn. Don't be a stranger. There will always be a place for you at Victorium.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.